The Bible has no inherent meaning. Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion, and the fit for this video is Maimonides' nuts. Like all texts, the Bible has no inherent meaning. Any meaning that we find in it when we read is meaning that we are creating ourselves, and we frequently get it wrong. And that's because we create that meaning based on our experiences with and our knowledge of agreements that have been reached regarding what kind of semantic content is going to be associated with what combinations of sounds and what combinations of squiggles. But that changes from time to time, from place to place, from context to context, from person to person. And I'll give you just one example of how we can misunderstand this. If we look in the King James Version, the New Testament book of Jude, verse 22, it says, "Of some have compassion, making a difference." And that has been understood for generations to mean if you show compassion to folks, you can have a positive influence on them. You can have positive impact on their lives. And that is a beautiful message. And it also has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with what the King James translators were trying to communicate. Because the agreement that we're familiar with, that to make a difference and making a difference, would be connected with the idea of having a positive influence or impact, that agreement didn't exist until about 1900. Prior to that, it meant making a distinction, discerning. That's what it meant back in 1611 when it was published. And that's what we see, for instance, in Leviticus, where it says to make a difference between clean and unclean animals. And so this passage is actually saying, have compassion on some, but be discerning on whom. It's an entirely different message. And if we didn't have experience with and understanding of that specific agreement, and we probably didn't because that has been obsolete for over a century, then whatever meaning we create in our minds is wrong. And we usually don't even catch it when we create the meaning wrong. But this is another illustration of the fact that there is no meaning in the Bible. We create it all ourselves.